Hello everyone, and welcome to MaxLite's webinar. It's another beautiful day here in West Caldwell, New Jersey, but definitely fall is in the air. I'm Bill Fenimore, the Director of Project Sales and Training, and today we're going to talk about NSF and ETL Sanitation Certified products. When we talk about NSF, we're talking about National Sanitation Foundation, and when we talk about ETL, these are two separate certifying bodies. We're talking about the Edison Testing Laboratories and their sanitation certified products. Just a heads up that during the presentation, we will be answering questions through the chat mode, and then at the end of the presentation, we will be able to also offer them as a live response back to you. We'll be talking about what is NSF certification. We'll be talking about what is ETL sanitation. We'll be talking about which products that MaxLite offers that fall into one of the two categories. And we'll kind of touch on, is there really a difference between the two certifications? MaxLite offers NSF and ETL sanitation certified products. We have three products that fall into the NSF rated category. And those are our LED plug-and-play light bars, our EcoT LED recessed troughers, and our LED VaporTite LSV series. Under the ETL sanitation certification, we have one product, and that is our DIRECTFIT LED T8 lamps. We have a page on our website that'll be under resources that'll list all of the products that MaxLite has that are NSF and ETL sanitation certified. Now, MaxLite offers these fixtures and models for installation in food processing environments and locations where similar sanitation requirements are needed. So what really is NSF certification? Well, this is not a one-time certification. They actually come through several times on a regular basis. They inspect not only the manufacturer, but they also retest the products so they continue to meet the same high standard that's necessary. We have to understand that this is a product that is going to be used in food processing. So we want to make sure that everything is completely as safe and free of contamination as possible. And NSF certifications are said to be NSF certified or NSF listed, and they display an NSF certification mark. If for any reason the product fails to meet the certification criteria, the NSF will take enforcement actions to protect the consumer and make sure the product is no longer listed or certified. When we talk about certified surfacing materials, there's basically three different locations that equipment can be used in a food processing. The first two apply more to lighting, and they are non-food zone and a splash zone, and the last one is a food zone, and that does not really pertain to lighting. The fixtures are manufactured so that they pass the battery test and or meet the stringent requirements of the FDA and the USDA. When we talk about the different type of zones, we have a non-food zone, and this is an area where direct contact with food products during normal operations would not be expected. A good place for this, although all three of MaxLite's products meet this criteria, would probably be our LIGHTBARS and our EcoT. The equipment is located outside of the normal washdown area, and this would be kitchens, food storage, dry processing areas, damp processing areas, and an area where there's no drip possibility. When we talk about our splash zone, this is an area where direct contact for food products during normal operations would not be expected. However, the fixture may be situated such that liquids used in the processing or cleaning procedures may splash, spill, or otherwise soil, either intentionally or inadvertently, and the surface of the fixtures. So this is why I say to you, even though MaxLite has three products that are also in the splash zone, the LIGHTBARS and the EcoT would be more from a lighting that's outside of that splash zone area, where the VaporTite, because it is a wet listed product and can be washed down, would probably be closer to the surface or be in the area where it can be spilled upon and where it can be, as I say, splashed or cleansed down afterwards. And because here in the splash zone, fixtures are usually tested or are tested to withstand high pressure hose washdowns. This would be typical lighting applications: wet or damp processing areas, high pressure purging and decontamination used in the process areas, and using a hose washdown. The last area that is a certified product or NSF area would be a food zone. And this is an area where direct contact with food products is normally expected, and surfaces from which the food may drip, drain, or splash back onto surfaces normally in contact with food. This is an area that, as we said, is normally not typical use for lighting. This would primarily be what we talk about: work tables, cutting boards, any other place that's going to have direct contact with foods. That's why we say this is not typical for lighting material in this area. When we talk about our light bars, as we say, this is an NSF certified for splash and non-food zones. This is generation 3 of our product. This is available in 6-inch, 12-inch, 2-foot, and 4-foot light bars. So all of our Kelvin temperatures meet this need, but we would primarily probably expect it to be more of the 5,000 Kelvin area, so that they have the bright light source and easier to see in that area. And we have a listing on the data sheets on our website of all the products that have the NSF certified for our plug-and-play light bars. Our Eco-T, as we say, is NSF certified for splash and non-food zones. This is available in our 2x2 and 2x4 products. And this can be, as we said, it can be sprayed down somewhat, but the Eco-T is more of a damp listed product, so we wouldn't expect this to be very close to the splash zone or to be handling a high-powered washdown for that particular product. When we talk about our LED vapor type product, our LSV series, this is also certified for splash and non-food zones, but as we say, this is going to be closer into the splash area. It can be down near where the food processing is taking place, because this product is wet listed, can be washed down after use. And again, when we look at our data sheets, we will see the NSF rating or certification mark on those data sheets. This particular product for MaxLite is available in 2-foot and 4-foot lengths. When we talk about ETL sanitation, again, we're talking about Edison testing laboratories versus NSF rating, which kind of falls more under the UL banner. So we talked in previous webinars about the difference between UL and ETL, and that they both test to similar standards. It's just that in many cases we're used to seeing a UL rating on most of our electrical equipment, and an ETL is something that tests to the same standard, but we normally don't see that on our plugs and different electrical appliances. But again, they tested it to the same or similar standard, and again, this just demonstrates the ETL sanitation mark, that's in compliance with the North American Product Safety Standards and required sanitation standards. And the ETL sanitation mark on food service equipment indicates that the equipment is fit for use in the production of food intended for human consumption, or the equipment is fit for use in an environment where food intended for human consumption is produced. And again, ETL goes through and follows up with inspections to verify the performance and conformance of the product. We have one product that fits into this category, and it is our DIRECTFIT LED T8 lamps. These are a glass lamp that is coated. DIRECTFIT tells us that it will go directly into a fluorescent tube replacement. So you'll simply twist out the fluorescent tube and you will twist in the LED DIRECTFIT tube. It works off the existing ballast, so if your existing ballast is dimmable, this product will dim as well. And when we look on the data sheet for this particular product, you will notice that it has the ETL sanitation certification mark on that product. Again, we want to just reiterate that in order for this product to get the ETL sanitation mark, it is a coated glass. So it has the glass lens, but it's specifically coated to prevent it from shattering and meet the standards for the ETL sanitation. We want to always remind you about our MaxLite Lighting and Technology University. We still have our standard modules that get CLU credits. We will be in the process of updating this. We want to add information to there, so that'll be coming shortly for you. But this is a great place if you have new employees for them to go and take the certification. They can start from beginner and work their way up to advanced. And when they finish, of course, they get, as you can see, a certification of completion signed by me. We have our custom product and technology training. So I am available. As I say, I travel throughout the United States for meetings for this. I also go into Canada and other areas in the world. We're available for lunch and learns, breakfast and learns. We can customize a presentation for you. We work with our marketing department so that if there's something specific that we need to do for you, we have the ability to do that and create any type of literature or information that you may need to leave behind for your customers after we do some of this training. We want to remind you also of Joe Pater and our utility rebate solution team. Joe and his team are available for you if you do have any specific questions. And I know they're busy working now because DLC has opened the category for open face wall packs, is now a DLC product. So I know Joe is out there meeting with all of the utilities and energy service providers to making sure that that product is now a rebatable product for you. Joe's group can also do the paperwork for you if you're not familiar with it or uncomfortable with it. We just ask that you primarily utilize MaxLite's products in your project. We will stay on for a few more minutes now in case there's any questions so that we can answer them for you. And please have a good day, and we'll be back shortly to close out the session.